Welcome back, NicknLex here. Thank you so much for being here today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Wow, today, like, this marathon is gonna blow my socks away, because I mean every band on this is pretty much now in one of my top 10. So yeah, this is just gonna be amazing. I mean, you've seen it on the you've clicked on the video, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm still going to talk about some stuff that Eagles Rule provided me with here, but I mean, this lineup is insane. This is like a dream marathon. Thank you so much for doing this. And yeah, let's get into it. So we have Joe here. Say hi, Nick, hope things are going well. Should be a fun one. I'm sure it will. Going to try out my year in music theme. Hopefully this will do well and get you close to 100k. Thank you so much, because we're really this close. We're 800 subscribers away, and we are talking about Supertramp, Peter Gabriel, Yes, Journey, and Genesis in the same marathon. That's just crazy. Yeah, I'm that's just gonna blow me away. I mean, especially, I've always loved Supertramp because Alexia was a fan. I really didn't know too many songs. We did some full albums, and it's just incredible. We saw Peter Gabriel live. We saw Yes live. Journey has always been, a thing. I do know the biggest hits, like Don't Stop Believing and stuff like that. And then Genesis, who's pretty much between Genesis and Steely Dan, those are my two top favorite bands of the channel, just that I've discovered. So all right, so here we go with the first one. First of all, again, thank you, Joe, for sponsoring this video. Thanks everybody for being here, and yeah, let's get into it. The first track is Supertramp, and this is from their album Even in the Quietest Moments. From let's see, I got it right here. I put them here. This is from 1977. Well, he said my year 1977. They're all from 1977. Joe's Jukebox, the best of 1977. So then we have Peter Gabriel, the album Car. This is Waiting for the Big One. Oh, I totally skipped the song. Supertramp is called Babaji. I hope that's correct. Then Yes, Going for the One, from the album Going for the One. Journey, we got Spaceman from the album Next. And Genesis, we're going to do Afterglow from their Seconds Out live album. And then there's a couple of notes. I'll play the notes before the song, and to do that, so let's get going. Thank you so much again, for this. This is a superb. It's just, all these bands are so big. So, all right, so here we go with Supertramp, Babaji. I hope that's correct. If not, I apologize. But here it goes. And again, thank you everybody for being here. Let's go.
All of my life I felt that you were listening, watching for ways to help me stay in tune. A lot of my dreams, although confusion keeps trying to deceive.
That voice.
Oh, what is it that makes me believe in you?
So goddamn good. Supertramp is just next level, like goodness. And I love that they're proggy, but they're not so, I don't know, it's just not, I guess not that obvious, but they are. I love that, you know, keyboard attack, that I don't even know. But it's such a recognizable way of playing, you know, the keyboards. And I love the piano intro, the orchestration around it, his voice. I totally forgot to read, you know, the intro lines by Joe, because sometimes I feel so pressured. There's so much negative comments, and I know, guys, I should not listen to them, but they are in my mind. You know, it does affect you mentally, because all that garbage of people like, move on with it, and your intro's too long, and shut up, and you know, when I like interrupt a song, and all these people should not be on the channel anyways. You know, I know they're just tourists and not real fans, because I know that real fans like when we interject, when we react, you know, when we have anything to say. But there's so much like garbage. Like the other day, I got called by someone that I had verbal diarrhea, you know, verbal diarrhea, just because I'm like trying to say hello, and it's so bad, man. And I don't even know what to say anymore to those comments. You know, I guess I'm just gonna delete them, and I'm not someone to, you know, shut anyone up. But you know, the guy that told me that I had verbal diarrhea, I really told him, you know, you can F off, you know, why are you even on this channel? If you don't enjoy what I have to say, or Alexia, and they call Alexia all, that's the thing, you know, the internet is just a dark place, and a lot of people come there with their frustrations, and I think for them it's easy to just unload their garbage in the comment section. You know, you don't know anything. What do you know? You know, I've been around 40 years longer than you. What would you know about music? You know, stuff like that. It's just like, it's like me talking to, you know, I don't know, a child, and calling him an idiot just because he hasn't lived long enough. It's just, it's so bad, you know. But well, those are things that that's why I skip totally like the notes, because I just feel that pressure that, oh, I'm going to get all these negativity comments. And I know you guys have told me, just ignore that shit, you know, ignore that shit. You know, we like you just the way you are. Interrupt, pause, do a 10-minute intro for all, you know, for all you care. And then those are the people that I love. And that's the way we've done it since the start. So yes, there are these tourists, you know, that come, they watch one video, leave a shitty comment, and leave. But it's just, it's exhausting to read them, you know. It's just like, it's not good for mental health. But well, I just like this song. Everything on here was just the bass when it came in. By the way, look at that beauty here in the back. Oh, sorry, the mirrored. That's Alexia's new bass, and I see that she already uploaded a video, which is fantastic. I'm really trying to teach her, you know, just, you know, at least the pentatonic scale, because you can play so much music with it, especially riffs. And she's doing really well. So, but again, back to the song. I mean, let's read what Joe provided us with here, because yes, Roger Hodgson on guitars and vocals. So it says Supertramp's 5th studio album, classic lineup with Roger on guitar and vocals and Rick Davies on keys and vocals. Those two, when they sing together in harmony, is just like such a rush. One of their 4 essential albums, Rest are meh. Not so. Okay. Yeah, I've heard some Supertramp that I was not like a super fan of. For example, what was it? It was very commercial. I think. Let me see. I have an example here. And even Alexia was kind of, and her email used to be Alexia Supertramp. When I met her. Which one was it? Crisis? What Crisis? No, that's still like proggy Supertramp. Where was it? Maybe Famous Last Words? It's raining again. Yeah, that was like, yeah, you know, we don't really know what to do with it. It's a nice tune, but that's like, you know, it's not that proggy Supertramp that we love. This was just so full of hooks, great riffs, great bass line. That piano is just so recognizable. It's like, okay, that's Supertramp. You know that it's them, and I love that I can recognize them just by their, you know, by their keyboard attack. You know. All right, so Peter Gabriel. I mean, what to say about the man? The man is a legend. We saw him live. We had the honor of seeing him with Tony Levin on the bass, and all of his musicians were just masterful. You know, stage presence, the way he just started the show, talking very calmly. He's just such a cool guy. So Peter Gabriel's debut, great debut, featuring Robert Fripp on guitar and Tony Levin on bass. Robert Fripp, a legend. Unfortunately, you know, Robert Fripp doesn't understand, you know, what we're doing here, and he only allows certain, you know, songs to be on YouTube. But then again, he goes with YouTubers and reacts to Metallica. I mean, that it's okay for him and his wife to react to other stuff, but we can't react to his stuff. I don't know how that works. I think it's a little bit, you know, odd, you know, that he, I guess, you know, because he's Robert Fripp, he can react to whatever he wants. But when we react to his music, it's like, I mean, Robert, you're making money, you know, with this. Every video that somebody uploads of your great music is demonetized, and you're making the cash. So what's up, you know? What's the problem? It literally says Robert Fripp Music. It's not even a record company. So I don't understand the man. The man is a genius. I respect his music, but I just don't understand his, you know, his views on media, you know, because he is making the cash. So let's check it out here. Peter Gabriel, waiting for the big one from Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel, One Car. All right, this is the longest one. I can't wait. Here we go. All right, I didn't expect that. Cheers, everyone.
The wine's all dry and some here with a white blood. Ask me why. We're celebrating, anticipating end of the year. Everybody come, everybody here.
Wow.
Well, more or less, some already in a mess. I guess they're waiting for the big one. Do I know? How did I get this far? Had no money, had no car. I pray the snow goes be bad if it settles, 'cause I follow my toes and the ride of rose petals. Like the man said, sure Moses knows his road there. We'll
Okay, I feel a change coming. So I've never imagined Peter Gabriel playing the blues like this. And also his verbal, you know, delivery here is almost like Michael Frank's. It's very sweet, very like quiet. You know, if you've ever heard Michael Frank's, and Peter Gabriel is such a chameleon. He can just adapt to any style. Like I'm sure if they would have told, you know, Peter, like, hey, you want to sing some heavy metal? Sure, you know, he would have done it. It's not his style. He's a prog rocker. But I'm sure he could do it. You know, I've seen some footage like when he was doing The Lamb in his like mid-20s and after Genesis. That was some heavy stuff. It looked like a punk concert. Yeah, Peter Gabriel, he's so versatile. He's so good. He understands music so well. And he can obviously feel that blues perfectly, you know, and deliver it. And yeah, he is a musical chameleon completely. Like he's like Bowie, you know, or Prince and all these like. There's so many good musicians, but Peter Gabriel is really like, yeah. I mean, you guys know, you know, you're prog rockers. So let's continue. I feel there's gonna maybe be a change in music after that boom, that chord. Let's see.
I'll be waiting for the big one.
Sounds like King Crimson.
Once I was the credit to my credit card. Spend what I hadn't got. Wasn't hard. No trust in judgment. No trust in money. Someday I'll find myself like a bee, finding harmony. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have me some fun. Waiting for the big one. Too many with ego.
There's a cover. Let's see.
Looking for the real thing. Don't come from what I do. The real communication moves out of my face. I'm beginning to think, yeah, I'm just out of place. Won't get in too deep. I wanna get some sleep. To be ready for the big one. To be ready for the big one.
that was amazing. I mean, Robert Fripp is such a genius. I love the, you know, the blues chops that he shows here. Complete control, you know, over the genre. And then I love how he interjects, you know, his really darker side, because he has such a cool way of writing like these very dark, you know, themes, you know, and licks. It's just like he has like this talent to express really, like, I don't even know how to it's almost like, you know, when it's Robert Fripp, because he plays some kind of like more uncomfortable line, you know, and not that it's not good, it just feels eerie in a way, and it's just, he's so good at it, you know. And but I love how they would change it up, and after all these, like, the blue bar is over, and then it's like this, you know, you hear like the synth, and there's a little pause, and then when they would go into the bam, ba-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You see, that's like Robert Fripp, you know, that's his style. That's why I love King Crimson. I would love to just do more. I would really love to, you know, I would really like to have him on, like this charming YouTube couple. They had him on twice now, but I would really like to ask him, like, Mr. Fripp, like, what's up? Like, what's wrong? What is up with the music? Like, what is not happening for you here? You know, are the Google checks, like, they're like not good? Like, what are they, like, you know? Because I understand a musician, you know, every musician has a right, you know, to say, hey, this is my music, don't play it. I totally get that, but, you know, but I myself can see the money these people make, you know, and this is music from 50 years ago, and they're still making money because pretty much we're playing it. And if my video gets 20,000 views, those go to him, you know. So I would really like to talk to Mr. Fripp about that one day, because a lot of people are like, hey, yeah, make me money. It's free money for me, you know, like bands like Yes, you know, Doobie Brothers. There's so many bands who are, I have no problem at all, you know, for people doing reaction videos, because they know it's income. You know, that way you don't have to go on tour and stuff, you know, or sell any records. This was an amazing track. I mean, for a debut, this is so good. Peter dominating those vocals, the style, you know, going out of his comfort zone, you know, vocally, and he still pulls it off. But I love how he was doing this blues, and then, but in a jazzy way almost, you know. It was very good, very, very good. So here's a band, Yes. What is there to say about them? I mean, they're just amazing. Going for the one. These, for example, Yes, they have no problem whatsoever. I've never had one single Yes song blocked or anything. They really appreciate this, and I'm so happy that we've seen them live. We're gonna go see John Anderson live, and today I was practicing on this new bass, the roundabout bass lick, which is very interesting because it has like a note and then two, like kind of that, you know, like they're silenced, they're muted, so you have to play dum, you know, that those hammer. It's more like almost like a legato run. So yeah, Alexei, she's the biggest Yes fan, you know, but I'm gonna enjoy this, and of course I'm gonna play it to Alexia. So yeah, going for the one from the album that has one of Alexia's favorite tracks, Awaken. Oh my god, and this is an album opener. Oh, I better don't tell her, because she just loves those, because it sets the record, it sets up the record. You know what you're gonna expect for the rest of the record with the first track, most of the times, you know. But yeah, here we go with this one now. Let me read Joe's notes before I forgot again. we forget. Yes, 8th studio album, classic lineup, 2 with Anderson on vocals, Howe on guitar, Squire on bass, Wakeman on keys, and Alan White. That's the one that I consider my favorite one. Also, yes, I do love Bill Bruford on drums, but this is just the most famous one. OG classic lineup, of course, has Bruford on drums. Yes. I beat you to it on this one. All right, here we go with Yes. This is very different. Yes, this is totally different. Like it has this honky tonk vibe with the piano, you know, that very saloon like, you know, ragtime almost. And the slide, you know, it's so present that it sounds like a totally different style of music. I don't dislike it. It's just like, it's one of those things that it's a shock, and then I have to kind of like listen to it again. That happened to me with Genesis when I listened to I think Squonk. Let's see, I have it right here. We just did a reaction that we did it live. Yeah, Squonk. When I listened to Squonk, I was like, no, no. And now I listen to it and I'm like in love with the song. But yeah, this is obviously very high pitched. John, I mean, he has a high voice, but it's almost like he goes into full overdrive here, and it's just a different style. It's like a way is the classical music, a way is the, you know, the cool scales, and you know that that kind of stuff. But I don't dislike it. I just have to give it more time. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting for an opening track. I think this one would be surprising for Alexia because Awaken is on this album. So it is not very like, it's not steering you in the direction that the record's going to go. Let's see. It says there's some information. It says recording. The album was recorded on October 76 in a departure from their previous 4 studio albums. Yes, recorded going for the one with new engineering personnel. That might be the difference, you know, but it's the music, you know, it's the music. It's just a after the Relayer tour offered, thought the band's style had become a bit stale. Are you serious? And thought and thought a split was needed to work with other bands. Well, what does it say about this song? Maybe I'm crazy. It was written by John. I mean, you know, he's the vocalist. If he doesn't write the music, then it might be a little bit different, you know. It's if it's not written by Steve or by Chris or by Wakeman, it could be a little bit more, you know, straightforward. And I'm not disliking it. It just sounds very different. But hey, I'm all in for it. Like I've been saying, I just like, I take music now and I just, you know, I don't reject it right away. And I used to do that when I was younger, and I see a lot of people still doing it, especially if it says metal. People are just afraid of the word metal, and it's not even like heavy at all. You know, there's heavy metal that sounds pretty much like your average Genesis or Yes, you know. It's just a genre that has so many different variations now, just like prog rock, you know. But metal is not like like that. No, it's you have, you know, there's such good heavy metal or yeah, there's some metal that I don't like either, you know, like the screaming and the that kind of stuff. But I just see a lot of people, they're like, metal, oh god, no, get, you know, I think that's just a misconception of a lot of people. Let's keep going. All right. Okay, so now when I went back after my like huge pause, I kind of like I was listening to other instruments. I think what threw me off was Steve with a slide. Um you know, like that. And right now when I went back, I was just focusing on the bass, on Chris and John's harmonies, the drums, and pretty much I got into like this. Okay, now I got it. Now I know what they're doing. I think it was just too thrown off by Steve Howe and the slide guitar, which pretty very interesting too, but just like I just needed a little bit more structure. And then when I actually was listening, you know, like I got into it. And very cool song. I have to listen to it again, honestly. I can't really say much. I can't say, oh, this is one of my new favorites. But very interesting, very different, and not just because it says on Wikipedia that it was different, you know. Nevertheless, yes, you know, yes is yes, and you know, I'm always gonna find something of value in their music that I can apply to my own, and grab any of these instruments and do something cool with it, or just transform it. You know, the cool thing about it is if you learn a lick, you can play it on 100 different variations and different strings, and yeah, that's what I've been doing pretty much since I started to play. I figured something out and I would try to play it anywhere on the neck, you know, and that's how you create music. And you don't really have to copy anything, but it's just so good to learn in different variations and positions, and maybe even change up the chords, you know. Yeah, really, really cool. So far, amazing. Journey, I mean, what to say? I do know a lot of 80s Journey. I mean, if you click on the name Journey, what comes up? Don't Stop Believing, Any Way You Want It, Separate Ways, Faithfully, Open Arms, all these I know, Wheel in the Sky. These are all on the best of, and that's the one album that I had. But if you go into like Raced on Radio, or like something from the actually that's from the 80s. If you go in more into like 75, 76, 77 next, that looks very, you know, different than when they started doing their trippy albums like Infinity, Evolution, Departure. But yeah, I'm very familiar with the Greatest Hits album from 1988, and pretty much anything that's on there I've heard. So is this one on here? Let's see. Next, Spaceman. Okay, let's see. Just a second, just curious. Spaceman. No, it's more like, and he's coming back to Journey. The what's his name? Give me a second. There's also the album opener. Where is he? Perry? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna come back and try and sing with Journey, but I don't know how that's gonna go with Arnel Pineda. He's such a good, you know, replacement, and he's such a great singer. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Steven is Steven, you know. All right, here we go with Spaceman, Journey from 1977. Yeah, totally different. Journey's third studio album, last of their jazzy prog phase. Yeah, features Neil Schon on guitar and Craig Rowley on keys and vocals. Last of A. Iansley Dunbar on drums. I butchered that name. Though landing Steve Stevens was no drop off for sure. Steve Stevens. Ooh, Steve Stevens. I love Steve Stevens. I've like solo albums from him. He's amazing. He plays some stuff with Terry Bozzio and Tony Levin. Check it out. Okay.
Walked off a cliff, then I closed my eyes. Ooh, I'm not a spaceman, no, no. Ooh, I'm not a spaceman. Don't need no feathers, I don't need no twine. I'm all together in my body and my mind. Not supernatural, just a human combine. Ooh, I'm not a spaceman, no, no. No, no, I'm not a spaceman. No, no, no. Not a Can't see a capsule, I don't need a sleigh. I brought my wings, no, but not today. I'm a cosmopolitan, right-handed wingless man. No, no, I'm not a spaceman, no, no. No, no, I'm not a spaceman. No, no. I'm not a spaceman. I'm not a spaceman, no, no.
I love his voice.
No, no, I'm not a spaceman.
It's very different from Steve Perry, but I really like it. And I think, Joe, what you were trying to say is, and I'm the master of mixing up names and stuff, but I think you were talking about Steve Smith on the drums, who joined them not after this, but on the fifth studio album. This is the third. And yeah, I think you were talking, instead of Steve Stevens, I think you were talking about Steve Smith, who I love from Vital Information. He's an amazing jazz drummer as well, jazz fusion, who has played with one of my personal idols, Frank Gambale, and he's just an insanely talented musician. He has like this, I had this DVD called, what was it called? The American Rhythm History or something, and he basically explains how a drum set used to be, you know, back in, you know, the start of rock, and how stuff was just added, and then now we have like Terry Bozzio style, you know, drum kits. And why and because, you know, there's American history to why drumming changed. And I think it's Steve Smith that you're talking about. When they got Steve Smith on the drums, yeah, because I looked at for Steve Stevens on the guitar and he's not there, but I love him. He wrote the Top Gun theme, the bam, bam, a lot of people thought that was Joe Satriani, but no, because they do have a similar sound when they compose. But yeah. All right, so this was a great tune. I love, you know, his voice of that vocalist here. I mean, Steve Perry is just a totally different, but let's see. Yeah. Greg Rowley. All right, and now to finish it off, you know, with like gold, we're gonna play some Genesis, and this is from one of my favorite albums, Wind and Wuthering, and I still haven't been able to go through it all because of the same reason that I don't want to spoil the reactions, but everything I've ever heard from this album, especially Blood on the Rooftops, I've heard that pretty much hundreds of times so far. And all the songs, I don't know them right now by name. I want to get to the, to the point where we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9. I want to get to where we just do the full album on Patreon, just react to the full thing, and then I can listen to it until the day I die. Okay, so this is Genesis' second live. Oh wait, this is not Wind and Wuthering. I'm sorry. Genesis' second live album and one of my all-time favorites. I just miss them as a pop band growing up with. Yes, guilty. Growing up with Invisible Touch, but my cousin made me listen to this, and the rest is history. Classic lineup minus Peter, with Jester Thompson going from Zappa to Genesis. Tour drummer Steve Hackett left the band after the tour, yes. And then there were 3 after that. So why am I on Wind and Wuthering? What am I doing? I added the wrong song. Okay, sorry, let's see. Okay, I added the Afterglow from Wind and Wuthering. Let's do the, here we go, second Genesis. Okay, wait. Aha. So this was apparently live in Paris then. Yeah. This one specifically. I know the entire concert. Okay, here we go with Afterglow. Here we go. Okay. Tony Banks, my... Those chord progression, only Genesis. Beautiful.
my soul. Meaning of all that I really before escapes me in this world of now. Nothing, no one. Now what's such everywhere? Just a here. Walk among stranger roads in this one in the world. I used to love before. Now I lost everything I give to you. My soul, meaning of all that I believed before escapes me. In this world of now, I wish you
There's just a way that, you know, Tony Banks, the chords progression, the chords he plays, I hear like these atmospheres, these choruses, and it just goes so well with Mike on the bass. The drummer here, like, oh my god, and Phil just has such a unique voice. It just works so well. And man, I mean, I just looked at the album. It has one of my favorite songs ever. I mean, Squonk is now very highly praised by me, and I hated the song when I first heard it, and I don't know why. Carpet Crawlers, Peter Gabriel era, one of my favorites. Firth of Fifths, you know, The Lamb Lies Down, The Musical Box, Supper's Ready, Are You Serious, Dance on Volcano, Los Endos. I've only heard those, I think, live. The Dance on Volcano, I think that's from I think Wind and Wuthering. But I could be wrong. It's just like so much to take in, and you know, once I'm done, like I just want to be at that stage where I've heard everything, you know. But well, you know, that's what I love about the whole reaction thing, because it's an experience. Like, it took us like 2 years to go through like the Steely Dan catalog, and we're still not ready. We're not finished. We still have to do 2 more albums, the last 2, but they're just like not the same, you know. I just love 70s and 80s Steely Dan way better than 2000 plus, because it just sounds, I mean, I love Donald and everything, but it's just like it got a little bit, it got very jazzy, but the drums are just like it sounds like a drum track, and I just don't like that too much, but I could be wrong, you know. This was an amazing marathon. Thank you so much again, Eagles, for this. We're at an hour with all an intro and all my blabbering, and I hope I don't get another comment that I have verbal diarrhea. What is that? Even so mean. But hey, you know, thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for enjoying these tunes with me. You guys have heard these hundreds of times, and thank you for taking your time, you know, to listen to them with me, and to, you know, it's always cool to take a point of view from somebody else. I know a lot of you guys are heavy into, you know, the timelines and also music theory, and you know your stuff. So I'm very, very appreciative of your guys' comments and inputs, and when you correct me, like, I'm not offended at all. Like, I love it, you know. I love to learn from the real masters, you know, which are you guys. You guys grew up with this stuff, you know. So, you know, I really love to learn, and I love to read about good stuff, you know. So again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Joe, so much for this awesome marathon. I appreciate it. And yes, I hope this gets a lot of views and it gets us to 100,000 subscribers. But if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.